Alright, some of you don't know how to use a jack or where to find the jack on the Mercedes. My Mercedes happens to be a C230K compressor, which is the sports model, but I believe this holds true on the sedan model as well, and several other models of Mercedes. You'll find a jack underneath the spare tire compartment that looks just like this. It'll be folded up in a very small package, just like this, underneath your spare tire. Rotate the handle several times until you find that the arm is actually coming out. Now this jack on a Mercedes will sit directly in front of, if you're changing the rear tire, it'll sit of course in front of the rear tire, approximately 1 foot. You'll find a reinforced pad. You'll feel underneath here that there's actually a U shape similar to that, and this white foot will sit underneath the pad, reinforced pad, and you'll crank it up like that until it actually locks into the white foot, and the other foot on the ground will level itself, self-leveling, will level itself off on the ground, and you'll keep on jacking until the car jacks up. Now you'll notice the jack is at a roughly 45-degree angle, and just make sure that your foot is on solid ground and you are definitely within this U connector on the frame. Now you'll also notice this very strange little piece of metal that you find underneath your spare tire, and what that is a chock or a block for your wheel. What you do is you take this, you open it up, it'll open up like this. It's got little teeth on it, just like that. These teeth will come into contact with the bottom, and voila, you've got a wheel chock or block. And if you're changing your back tire, the best thing to do is put this under your front tire to make sure that your car doesn't roll. And that's it. Okay, once the tire is off, what you want to do is you want to knock out this little pin. There's a little pin going all the way through the brake pads and the shoe right here. So the easiest thing to do is either get a nail set or some kind of punch and set it on this pin and knock out the pin. I have a little rod, a nail would work, and I finished knocking the pin out. What happens is a little spring comes out. This is the little spring that actually holds, puts tension on the pin. The pin fits right inside the spring here like that, and the spring keeps tension on the pads, the brake pads. So the next thing to do is either take some kind of reinforced rod, or take a hammer and very gently hit the pad just to loosen it up. And then what you could do is usually just take your hand, or if a vice grip is close by, take your hand and squeeze. Squeeze the pad, which is what I just did. You'll hear that little squeaking noise, which means that I'm compressing the piston that's pressing on the pads, and then the pads come right out. Take your new pads, put them right back in, put your spring back on, take your pin from the inside of the car and knock it back through, and you're done. Now it never hurts to clean this out. If you have some brake cleaner, now would be a good time to spray it on the rotor and your piston area. Take your spring, wide part, long part sits at the bottom. You notice the tab at the top fits right in the tab spot right here. Take your pin, come in from the back, and you just need to make sure the pin is all the way knocked in, which means that it's going to be coming out at least 1/8 of an inch. You should be able to see it there. The pin should protrude from the shoe about 1/8 of an inch. You're done. That's it. Make sure you don't have any dirt, dust, liquid. Make sure that's all clean, and you can put the tire back on.